Hello, good day and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another day and another scholarship. Before we progress further, I want to greet you compliments of the season. It's the Yuletide, and I know irrespective of where you're watching from, there is a form of celebration today or the other. So just for the sake of those who are celebrating today, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance. And for those who had celebrated theirs, Muslim faithfuls and all of that, I send my greetings, appropriate greetings to you all. That being said, I want to let you know that you'll be doing well, just in case you've not been engaging or implementing the things you watch on this channel and take advantage of these scholarships. Please do well too. It will help you a lot. So today we have another scholarship at hand and we're exploring it. And without further ado, let's get started. Today's scholarship is a PhD studentship with projects, and so we'll be exploring and we'll also be running through. First of all, I'll take you through it. Irrespective of where you're watching from, this scholarship is available department by department. You can check by supervisors. These are the departments available, so you can check. You can see Cardiff School of Chemistry 22 courses, Cardiff School of Computer Science and Informatics, Earth and Environmental 17, Cardiff Engineering 17, Cardiff School of Geography and Planning, just one course. And the list goes on and on to as much as Welsh School of Architecture. You have the EPSRC Center for Doctoral Training in Compound Semiconductor Manufacturing. Whatever the case or the program you feel is relevant to you, social sciences is there, just go ahead and check it out. And that being said, you can go by supervisors. You can see the names of the supervisors. The list goes on and on. So if you know a supervisor already and you like to work with him, just go find his name there and take it up from there. Discipline. If your discipline has to do with any of this, you can go by discipline. Just filter. I'm tempted to filter by one of these courses that have multiple, but yeah, not too much, Let me check psychology. So when you filter by psychology, you can see list of programs. There's 25 PhDs available by psychology. So you can view there's a funding available. Students are working worldwide. You can imagine. So you have all of that to go through. You can see only UK students here, competition funded. So just to know, so that notwithstanding, you can decide to go whichever route you want to go. However, I want to check the EU studentship and the non-EU studentship. Do you understand now? So let's check. Total number of PhD ships that's available is 213. But then I want to check by region, funding status. I selected the funding status option. And you can see for European students, I have UK students, for UK students in core, excluding UK students. The first one is purely UK student. They have 101 studentship vacancy for them. For European students, excluding UK students, we have 63. We have non-European students, we have 60. Self-funded students, we have 230. So I want to check the non-European student. So filtering by that, how many programs we have? There are 60 PhD openings. So we take it from there and we'll identify what programs are available. So you can see Cardiff University School of English, Communication and Philosophy. There's a PhD opportunity about it, awaiting funding. This one is funding available, School of English, Communication and Philosophy. You can see Wales Graduate School of, so there's a funding available, it's worldwide. But this one, we don't even know which people are selected. Okay, so if you go by this, you can see that. However, before we continue further and check the work and the openings and all other information, let's check the language requirements. So welcome to the language requirement of this scholarship. English language requirement for postgraduate students. So we can read through All postgraduate applicants must demonstrate a standard level of. You can read this paragraph. However, I want to take you to some other things. You can pause this video at any point and read up on your own. You can pause the video at any point and read up on your own, and I would just love you to. So you can pause the video at any point of your choice and then you go ahead. So you can see there is a disclaimer here that I want you to take note of, and that is the fact that you accept variety of England for entry. This statement is as an encouragement. So you can see the list of the courses and but then there are, except for vocational, there are people who will not need to demonstrate other demonstration if any of the following applies to them. But just in case any of the following does not apply to them, distance learning accepted degrees are not accepted for English language evidence. So let's check other acceptable English language tests. You can see test acceptable. All of these. Okay, we have 7.5 somewhere. So you can see Cambridge, Cardiff, name it. The list goes on and on and on and on. And the last on the list is this Trinity. But then we don't have financial wherewithal for IELTS, and we want to channel the money at hand for something. So there are other exceptions. Other acceptable language qualifications are as follows. So then there's a quick disclaimer. Academic qualification, when you have an A or AS level taught in English, you are good to go. However, programs that require IELTS, you just need a minimum of grade D. Programs that require IELTS of band 7.0, you need a minimum of grade C. Programs that require IELTS a band of 7.5, you require a grade B. Anything below that, even if you have it, it will not be applicable. I hope you can listen to this line again, pause the video and understand it very clearly. So on that basis, now we can now go. Now you can see for program in for Austria, Referprüfung or Mantura English. For programs that require a band of 6.50, 6.5, grade 2 of the Mantura English, both written and oral, the person can apply for the course. IELTS 7.0 for that same Mantura English, grade 2 is acceptable. But for a program with an IELTS of 7.5 band, they are not, this qualification is not accepted. So if you get to understand this, you realize, okay, are you good to go? Now you can see Botswana is accepted. All the three, there's an acceptance. So let's go to GCE. You can see for a program on 7.5 band, GCE level English, GCE O level English second language is not acceptable. But for band 6.0 and 7.0 and 6.5 and 7.0, they are accepted. GCE or GCE02 here, you can see as well as it's English language, not English second language. The grade C or 4, grade B or 6, and grade A or 7 on band 7.5. So this is also English language and literature, the same thing applies. So I want to check my own country. You can see Kenya here. Kenya have CBA. You can see University of Kuala Lumpur. Pass at degree level is acceptable. But 7.0 band, University of Kuala Lumpur certificate of English is not acceptable, and 7.5 too. So Malawi, they are accepted all round, just that the grade has to be keep getting better. So where is West Africa? That's where my continent is from. You can check out several other ones. Okay, I can see the West Africa Senior Certificate in any subject excluding local languages, provided you can get a C6 for a 6.5 band program, you are going to be short. You're good to go. If you can get a B3 on a 7.0 band, you're good to go. If you can get a B2 on a band 7.5, you're good to go. So you can see all the program. So that being said, you don't necessarily need to write any language test except if you don't have any of these requirements, and then your program requires more than what you have. And just said that I doubt if there is any country that isn't touched. Now, accepted qualifications from India are different. You can see it here, from Andhra Pradesh Board of Intermediate Education to as much as West Bengal Council of Higher Secondary Education. So with that, there's so much flexibility for language test. And so what are you waiting for? Now let's go and explore one or two courses. So we've already made our choice. I want to check a program with Student Worldwide and Partnership. So let's consider this. You can see there's a deadline here. Are there other ones with deadline? So this program with deadline, I would like to explore it. Directly funded. There's a PhD project, sustainable energy. So these are the details. Transition to clean and sustainable energy and chemical production. So let's understand it. What does it entail? It's available for a research project aimed at addressing the transition to clean and sustainable energy. These are the details. Studying and research environment. They already tell the prospective student what to expect. During the course of training, you will receive technical training on the key areas of your main research program, that is semiconductor materials, electrochemistry, and on and on. Now, having seen that, you will be supported to develop compassionate leadership and personal development on the principles of inclusive research culture via programs for GW4 Alliance, RS, Health, and all of that. About the candidate, what is expected of you? A good 2-1 or first class degree in any appropriate. A first class degree, if you have a first class degree, you are good to go. Or a good 2-1 and or an appropriate master's level qualification or their equivalent in chemistry or physics. So if you have a 2-1, for this program is a higher class program. If you have a 2-1, you will need a master's, preferably. So if you are interested in, you should be interested in green chemistry and catalysis and all of that. The studentship is structured to ensure a comprehensive education. So other desirable criteria is knowledge or experience in electron pragmatic, paramagnetic resonance, spectroscopy. All of these are other things. Then you need to meet English language. Now these are the supervisors you must contact. With that again, you must just know that how to apply. You have to come here and click this link. Now just include a copy of your CV when you click on this link to submit application. Just a copy of your CV. Shortlisted candidate will be notified by 4th March 2024, or whatever adjustment is made, and you will reach extra funding. Now the studentship is funded by EPRSC for 3.5 years, which cover full tuitions and an annual tax-free living stipend in line with United Kingdom Research Institute minimum rates also. Now which is currently 18,200, and include access to research training support grants, currently 4,000. So you need to get all of this information right, rightly. So you have an amount that covers your tuition and living stipend, and you're not paying any tax for your living stipend. And then they see, and so you just have all that you need. If you have a disability, you may be entitled to disabled students allowance on top of your studentship. So this program also welcome students with disability, so there's no limitation to what you can do. And the funding notes are there for you to read, and then you have references. Whichever the case is, and you choose to go in, just click apply, you hide the details, and you just go ahead. So I want to check another program, one more program. Of course, I've always used geography and sciences. So let me take business management. So business management is just one PhD, and this is it. So we explore it. First of all, the closing deadline is 12 January 2024. We're just about 3 weeks away, less than 3 weeks away. So just take note of it. And so understand what are the criteria. Don't forget, English language we've already explained. So you can see the band is 6.5. For October 2025, you will require IELTS with an overall score of 6.5 with 5.5 in all soft skills. Now 6.5, that is the first grade of this thing. So based on the WAEC requirement and exemption, a C6 in WAEC applicant can apply for this and doesn't need it. So what is the duration of study? 3.5 to 4.5 years. And this may include a 1 plus 3.5 support. So if you don't have a master's, you can actually go for this program with an integrated master's. Just know. And you have to complete an online application by this time. This must be received by deadline. In the funding source selection, please take note of instructions and do as you're told. Ability to listen and pay attention to instruction or follow instruction is one key thing that will be considered in applications like this, because nobody wants to cough out money to people who cannot pay attention to details. Don't forget, research is all about attention to details. Now, and then when you have to submit your application sent via email received after deadline will not be considered. So you send the application through online means. The application must contain the following: 1, covering letter, maximum of 2 pages. This must include bullet points as subheadings, your reasons and motivations. Take note, this one has helped you on how to structure your covering letter. Detail your understanding and expectation of doctoral study. You provide detail of your academic research interest generally and particularly of those relating to your proposed research, and draw on your own background, including life experiences. You just have to follow all of this. Then number 2, attach your degree transcripts, degree certificate, and including translation if possible, proof of English language competency if applicable. So some schools offer proof of English language test as a certificate, the issue. If you have it, you can attach that here. If you don't have it, this is where you upload your WASEC or WAEC, whichever you call it, for Africa. If it is the Bahamas or wherever it is, just go ahead and upload the one that suits it. Then 2, academic professional references. Candidates must approach references themselves and include references with their application. So you get the references and put it in your application. You will go there. They may not automate it for you. Academic CV, maximum of 2 pages. Then you must draft a research proposal, maximum of 1,000 words, not including bibliographic references. The following headings are suggested: 1, title, aims and purpose of the research. They've already done a good work for you. All you need to go through is follow the instruction. Now, shortlisted applicants will be invited to interview as part of this and will be asked to give a 5-minute presentation and answer a series of panel questions consistent with previous practice on the pathway. So funding notes, you have the funding notes here, and you can see whatever information you need further, you can explore it. So those are those 2 courses I took you through. There are countless other courses that you can explore. We have computer science. Just identify, there are 5 programs here. Traveling wave, we can look at the beat goes on. This is a research topic already. These are the researchers, and the deadline is 23rd February. So make sure you check the courses, pay attention to them. They are varying deadlines, and so you don't have to lose interest just in case one course doesn't go well. Look at this, it's 14 January 2024. The next one is 12 January. The last one, application accepted all year round, so there is no deadline. Here there is a direct funding and it's worldwide. So you just have to keep exploring, and you wouldn't know which will come through for you. I hope with that you have ample information that even in the course of the IELTS, there's still scholarship opportunities and windows open, and I hope you take advantage of that. Don't forget, if you're watching for the first time, kindly let me know where you're watching from. Let me know the scholarships you're looking out for, or scholarship in countries of interest or discipline you want. And if you like me to shoot a video on a specific scholarship program or course or discipline, let me know in the comment section. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, and I hope you've been taking advantage of the resources on the channel so far. Until I come your way again, don't forget, quitting is never an option. and together we ride upon the tides. 2024 is going to be a big bang year, because I believe scores of you on this channel will be hitting good responses, and positive responses. So till another scholarship. Ta-da!